think I like drunk bitches? What the fuck you mean?
Blah 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 blah. Right? Take your place, 'cause the love you give, you can't be replaced. See no one else, and like you do. That's why I might spend my life with you. I wanna please you in any way I can. I wanna share my world, don't you understand? Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give.
Hey guys, thank y'all for tuning in with The Real Mina Millions. Today is gonna be a story time. I was out running around. I'm still sick. I still have a little dry cough. My baby's sick, so she stayed home today and I got her to the doctors. I went to the doctors and we got our medicine. She's asleep right now here in front of me. So if y'all see me keep looking like I'm just looking at her, checking on her. But so I introduced y'all to Weirdo and to Liar, right? So today this story is gonna be about Liar. This story took place back in last year, like 2022, right? So me and Liar was dealing for about 4 years altogether, on and off. And literally, like, this was my best friend. This was the person, like, my go-to, the person that I talk to about everything. Like, Liar just was that person for me. And it was hard to, like, let go of that situation, but I'm still in the process of healing. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, I'm still healing. I am still trying to cope with the fact, like, you know, that's not my best friend right now in this moment. Like, you know how you will always have love for somebody and you always want the best for them and you always wish the best for them. So, like, that's where I am. Like, that's the space I'm in. And I do wish him well. I hope that he's doing great. He's doing awesome. He's doing great things. I would never, ever, like, wish any harm or bad on anybody. But this story is going to be about... So, like I just said, the story takes place last year, right? Me and Liar, we were talking on and off for a very long time. That was my boo, but we were not in a relationship. So y'all know how those situations go. Like, you deal with somebody, y'all do things, y'all hang out, whatever, but y'all just not a couple. Yes, I get it. I know. Don't put yourself in those situations. Ladies, please learn. Do not put yourself in those situations. If you want a relationship, tell the guy straight up, I'm looking for a relationship. I'm looking for this. This is what I'm expecting. If he can't deliver and he cannot bring you that, then he got to go. Like, don't waste your time. Don't let nobody make you feel like you're wrong for wanting what you want, because this is where I went wrong with this friendship. In the beginning, we both were coming out of something fresh. So I was cool with being a friend. And then when my feelings started to grow, it was like, okay, I want more. And then as you keep dealing with somebody, it's like, okay, I want more. And then when you're not getting the energy reciprocated back to you, it hurts your feelings. And you're like, well, what about me that you don't want to be with me, or you don't like me like that? Like, what? But I'm good enough for you to bang boogie with, but you don't want to be my boyfriend, or I can't be your girlfriend. Like, what's up? Like, you know, so it do make you feel a little insecure. And I'm grown enough to admit that. It make you feel insecure. It make you feel like you're not good enough for a person. It make you just, yeah, it just puts you in a bad space. It just gives all this weird energy. But anyways, so one night I was off. So, like, I create my own schedule. As you guys know, I do home health. I have a home health business, right? So I'll create my schedule. So when I created my schedule, I created it around being able to spend time with him, because we started trying to spend a little bit more time with each other, just to try to understand one another, whatever. So I was set up to the point that, okay, I'm off this day, so my daughter's going to be with my mom, and I'm going to dedicate this time and this day to you. I'm going to enjoy my time and everything with you, right? So Liar comes over. I think I cooked I can't remember what I cooked that day, but I cooked. And then we were talking. You watched a movie or a television show. My bad, y'all. Somebody was calling me. Y'all, I do got a cough, so excuse me. But we were watching a television show. Like, we had a lot of shows that we did like that was in common. So that was something else that we had in common. Just the things that we liked and the way we were with each other. We had a lot of similarities. There's a lot of things about him I didn't like. There's a lot of things about me he didn't like. And we were very toxic. Like, we were toxic, okay? I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. And yes, I was given very much toxic. I was toxic with my daughter's dad as well. And it probably was the worst when I was with my daughter's dad because I was madly in love with him. Yes, I did love Liar. Yes, I was in love with Liar, but it didn't. At this point in my life, I was more mature. So the toxic wasn't the toxic before, that young love, fresh love toxic. It was just toxic, right? Y'all catch the drift. Y'all catch my drift, right? So anyways, we chilling, we having a good time. I'm smacking my leg, y'all, my bad. But we chilling, we having a good time, just talking, whatever. He ain't really on his phone. I'm not on my phone. We watch a television show. In fact, we was watching Wednesday. Y'all know Netflix had put Wednesday out. So we was watching Wednesday. He watched Wednesday with me. Like, we watched the whole series together. And he was like, yeah, I'm about to go home. I got some things to do. So like I told y'all, Liar is a local pharmacist. I don't know what career choice Liar in now. None of my business. But that's what Liar was doing when I was dealing with Liar. All right? So Liar was like, he was about to go. He had things to do. So I was like, okay. So in my mind, I'm like, it's only like 7:20 in the afternoon. I'm like, okay, so maybe he gonna come back. So he was like,
Yeah, I'm gonna come back. I'll be back. But if I don't come back, I'll see you tomorrow.
so I'm just like, see me tomorrow. Well, what you about to do? So immediately my attitude switched. And females, y'all know exactly what I'm alluding to. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. When you in your feelings, or you feel like somebody playing with you, or they not doing what you want them to do, that attitude switch, and just everybody can feel it, right? So he was like,
I just feel like your attitude switch. Like, what's going on with you? You alright? I was
like, I'm good. So he was
like, no. I know you. Like, why all of a sudden you got an attitude? You was just good. Now you got an attitude. Then I can't ever leave. I can't leave or do nothing without you getting mad.
So I was like, no, it's cool. I'm good. I ain't tripping. Do what you do. Like, go ahead. And he was like,
You sure you good? I don't want to leave, and then tomorrow I can't call you.
so I'm not saying anything at this moment. So then he was like,
I just feel like if I leave, I ain't gonna be able to contact you after once I leave out this door.
So I was like, maybe not. Because, yeah, like, he was definitely going on the block list. Like, once he had walked out that door, because now at this point, you play with my time and my energy and my emotions, because I could have been spending time with my kid. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, that is one thing that pisses me off. Do not waste my time when I could be spending time with my child, or I could be spending time with my family doing something else. And you come in and I make time for you, or I set time aside to spend time with you, and then you do weird shit like just up and go or up and leave, and now I'm sitting here looking stupid. Okay, I got your number. So I was like, no, you good. I'm not worried. Do what you do. Like, it's cool. So he was like,
No. So he didn't.
get in his little stance and put his stuff down.
I'm not leaving because I'm gonna wait because I just need to make sure you good because I don't want to be on the block list. I don't want to
He's just not about to go at the moment because he just need to make sure that he's not going to be on the block list. Blah, 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 blah. Right? So I'm like, okay, I'm good. Just go ahead and go. Like, my attitude is on 1,000 at this point. Liar proceeds to keep trying to talk to me. So I'm taking shots. I had some Douce on the counter. Y'all know what that is, right? So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just taking shots. And
he's like, why you taking so many shots? Why you drinking like this?
I was like, I'm good. Like, just go ahead and go. At the time and at the moment, I didn't realize what day it was because Liar will go to a bar every week. That was his thing. And we had issues before. Like, I would be like, I don't like when you go to the bar, because with the past and the history of you in this bar and you and females, I'm just not feeling you at this bar once a week. Like, it's just not giving something that you should be doing, right? Why the fuck do everybody keep trying to call me? So he was like,
Oh my God, here we go. Now you gonna start this. Now you gonna start this about the bar. Da, da, da.
so I was like, why didn't you just say that though? I was like, see, that's what I don't like, because you could have just told me, like, listen, I'm about to go to the bar and I'm going to have a drink. Once I'm done doing it, I'll be back over. But instead, you made it seem like you were going home, because you knew how I felt about you going to this. When, you know, I was taking shots and he was basically like, why you taking all those shots? Like, what's going on? Like, what's your problem? Like, why you always do this? And I was just like, you know what? I'm good on you. Like, you can just go. Like, I don't care to be your friend. I don't care about none of that. Why did I say that? That pissed him off so bad. He was like,
What the fuck you mean? What the fuck do you mean? What the fuck do you mean?
so he basically was fussing with me about why I don't want to talk to him, why I don't want to be his friend if he leave, whatever, and saying that I always do the same thing. I always get mad with him. He can't leave. He can't do this. He can't do that. So we literally was arguing from 7:20 until 4 a.m. When he left my house, it was after 5 a.m. in the morning. We argue. I was just drunk. Then as he talking, like, he yelling, I'm like, my neighbors, you need to go. Like, my neighbors have kids. I don't want nobody to call the police. Like, you just need to go. Like, you doing too much at this point. Like, it's just, you doing too much. Just go. So he was like, I don't care.
Here, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving here. You acting like this.
I was like, go ahead and go to the bar. He's like, it was like 12 o'clock at this point, 12 a.m.
It's no need for me to go now. It's 12 o'clock in the morning. Oh, that's over. Only thing I was trying to do was go get a beer, and all of this didn't occur. This, and that. Why we always gotta go through this? Why we always gotta do the same thing? You always mad about simple stuff.
So I was just like, because you don't see, you're not seeing it how I'm putting it. Like, you're not grasping what I'm saying. If you know that this is a problem between us, if you know that this is an issue, most people that care about people, they either come to common grounds or they kind of stop and slack up on doing what irritates the other person, correct? So to me, it was disrespectful to do that, and then like you try to sneaky do it, basically like saying, oh, I'm just going home to relax or whatever, I'm just going to handle business, knowing you going to this bar. So when I get into other story times, I'm gonna tell y'all why I hate this bar, like, and y'all gonna understand too. Most women gonna be like, yeah, we agree with you. A lot of men probably gonna be like, nah, you just was doing too much. But at this time, like, it's 12 o'clock in the morning. We arguing, we going back and forth. I'm sitting to my dining room table. He's standing over me, yelling, screaming. We going back and forth about the same thing. Literally, like, the argument was back and forth. And I'm not gonna lie, I kept saying things because I knew like, if I say this, he gonna jump to this point. If I say this, so I was doing it to kill time. Like, so then when he would have looked at it, it would have been like, okay, ain't no need for me to go. So I did it on purpose. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I'm not about to pretend like I'm no saint. I was very toxic, and I knew what points to push. I knew exactly what to do to make him be like, yeah, you know, just to go off. Like, and he's loud. I know he gets loud. I know he gonna scream. I know he gonna yell. I know he ain't gonna stop yelling. So to me, I already knew what I was doing. I ain't even about to play with y'all. Like, I'm not about to sit here and pretend like, oh, I didn't want him to do all. No, I wanted him to do all of that. Like, I wanted him to be extra. But what took the situation so far, like, we argue, we go back and forth. So then I'm drunk, so I get to thinking, and I'm talking, and I tell him, I'm like, I'm just so tired of everybody coming in my life and leaving me, like, and I'm going down the list. I'm like, my dad, this person, that person, everybody think they can come into my life and use me and then just leave. And I'm crying, and he was like, I'm sorry, why, like, you know, I don't understand why you feel that way. Like, you got everything in the world. Why would you feel that way? And I'm like, you think everything is about materialistic stuff? It's not. Like, you don't even know. Half of the people that have money and have nice things, those people be depressed. Those people be sad. Those people be mad. Those people be angry. Those are the most angry and depressed people in the world. Money don't solve problems. It bring more problems. So as we talking and this is what's going on, he's just like, I'm sorry you feel this way. I truly apologize. So then we come to like a little kumbaya or whatever. And I said something. I can't remember verbatim what I said, but I said something. And then he said something that triggered me. And whatever I said triggered him. And then he said something that triggered me. And OMG. Guns blazing again. Like, it was just boom, boom, boom. You firing, I'm firing. We back and forth. So I'm drinking, I'm taking shots. So this man looks at me and says,
"You think I like drunk bitches?"
I look up at him and I like that. Like I did, like just like that. Like I smirked. You think that's cute? You think what you doing is cute? Says the one who's trying and crying and fussing to go to a motherfucking bar. Touche, motherfucker, touche. So at this point, I'm irritated. I'm mad as a bitch. I'm like, this bitch trying to play me. Like, this nigga really trying to play with me right now. Like, what's up? So I stand up. When I stand up, he like back up a little bit. And I'm like, what's up? Like, you doing all of this for what? You got somebody to chase? You doing all of, you arguing with me for, look, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And we going back and forth. We would go back and forth ever since 7 o'clock. I was like, yeah, we done wasted a whole day. I said, you done wasted my time. I'm thinking we about to do this and do that. And the whole time you got other plans to go to a bar when you know I don't even like this bar. I hate this bar. This motherfucker says, what, you wanted me to ask you to go when you don't even go to bars? I was like, no, but you could have said, hey, let's go do something else. Or we could have went to a bar. We could have went to a different bar, just not that fucking bar. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just very disrespectful to me. And I'm just like, this motherfucker don't care about me at this point. So I'm just at this point, like the gloves is off. Like, what's up? I don't care. Like, the friendship, everything over at this point. I'm just about to say whatever out my mouth and I don't care. And I'm the type that when I go low, I'm going to hell. Ain't no, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that. No, I'm going to hell. So I'm saying stuff. And whatever I said to him, this boy charges at me. Like, and then I fell. Like, when he went to lift his arm, I fell backwards and hit the floor. And he's standing over me and he says, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. So I'm looking at him in shock. Like, this is very serious. I'm looking at him in shock and I'm just like, I was scared at this point because I've never seen him like this. Granted, I was being toxic. He was being toxic. Like, this, at this point, I knew, like, he was a different person. Like, he had done switch. He does suffer from something very serious. So I was afraid in this moment. And I had already started taking off my clothes. So I'm naked, like, I'm fully naked. And when this happened, I fell back, like, my boobs are exposed. So I had put my hands like this. And he's just standing on me like, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. And I just sat there like, I'm thinking in my head, like, what should I say? Should I say anything? So I was, at this point, I knew, like, don't say nothing else. You have triggered him to the point that he's out of his body right now. And you need to make sure this situation dies down fast. So as I'm laying there and I'm looking at him, I'm not saying nothing. So then after he's like, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. So he basically was like, I'm sorry. And he picks me up and I was just like stunned. Like, it was nothing I could say. So I went in my bedroom and like he followed me. And then I proceeded to put on night clothes. And he was like, I was like, I'm going to bed. Like, so he was like, I'm gonna just go ahead and go home. Like, at the door, like, you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm good. So at this point, it's like 5 something in the morning. He leaves. that night, like, I literally cried. Like, I laid in the bed crying because I was scared, and I was like, you know, I've never seen him do that before. And like, domestic violence is serious, and I wouldn't call this a domestic violence situation, but knowing like what he suffers from and me doing the things I was doing and triggering him, I was extremely wrong on my part. And I just say this to say, ladies, don't ever push a man, because men are physically stronger than us, and it's just like, we might do things and think it's cute at that moment, but it's not cute. But like I was saying, domestic violence is real, guys, and just like, don't push people. So that night, like, when he left, the next morning I woke up and I was going to go pick up my daughter, and literally, like, I wanted to talk to him so bad, but I was like heartbroken at the same time that what occurred, and I was more mad at myself with what I did to him. So I just say this to say, like, don't push people, don't trigger people, don't hit people trigger points, especially when you know, like, they are, you know, suffering from something or have been through a lot of trauma in their life, because you just never know. That one thing may be that time that that person snapped. So I say this to say, ladies, we can definitely play victim, but sometimes we know what we be doing when we push those buttons. And in this moment, I knew exactly what I was doing, and I was wrong. But he definitely expressed to me he did not mean to hit me. He did not mean to do anything to me. And after that, we had some other serious things that... Thank y'all for tuning in with The Real Mina Millions. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Y'all, I made it through with this storage, like, messing up. I'm going to edit, and I'm going to edit my best. But anyways, I hope this story time bring awareness to any woman, any male. Ladies, stop triggering these men. Men, stop triggering these women.